Greetings. This is Skyler Saunders saying, what's current? The big homie, Jay-Z. Does he still throw up the rock? I don't know. He said that he didn't say it. Troy Ave was speaking on a radio show saying that Jay-Z recorded a verse for Lamar'S in response to Lamar's verse on the song released over a decade ago, and they're still talking about it. This is how much controversy and how much attention was paid to this song "Control." It was actually Big Sean's song, but so many people jumped on it. So many people were associated with it. So many names were dropped. Troy Ave was on the Facto show, and he was just discussing how Uncle Murder had recently dissed him on his Wrap Up 2023. So my thing is, this is old. Okay, Joey's coming in. You're trolling. You're a troll, Joey. I respect you, I think, but you're a troll. You have to be a troll. I haven't even started the video yet, and you're saying this video is fire. So you're like a reverse troll. You're instead of saying something negative, you're saying something positive, but it doesn't really correspond. So I'm gonna just keep you at bay, see what you're about. You're cool. You're all right, but if it's that much fire, send some dollars my way. Here's what you can send me. Here we go. Bam. That's that you can start sending dollars. If it's that much fire, you can put dollars on that. Okay. All right. I got 3 people in here. I need to have 3 likes. I have 1 like so far, 2 people in here, so I need 2 likes. Joey seems like the only one. Salute to you, but I'm all about that Skrilla, that paper. Drop a gem. This content is fire. Us too are really enjoying it. See, okay, we got the drop a gem and Joey. You're both okay. If it's really fire, where's the money? I need money to back up your words. Back up your words with some dollars. That's how you can impress me. That's how I can, support you and we can support each other. But you're just saying random reverse troll things, doesn't really amount to much. But I'll continue with my broadcast. So we have Jay-Z saying that he didn't, like I said, Jay-Z didn't necessarily say he had it. It said that Troy Ave was saying that Jay-Z recorded a response to Kendrick Lamar's Control verse, which he goes at everyone from Kendrick Lamar goes at everyone from Big Sean to the late great, one of the late rappers, Mac Miller, and Fabulous even have hopped on the beat and had his response. So it's like it's very engaging. This song is over a decade old. It's from 2013. Okay, this is already over. Okay, it's fire, but all right, drop a gem. Okay. I see what you're doing. I already see what you're doing. It's cute. It's cool. It's funny. Ha ha he he. You get laughs from. You're not telling anybody about the show. You're not sending any money in. You're just saying, "Oh, fire! It's fire! Yeah." You're just trying to hype up the set, and you're not really doing anything, to benefit. So, continue. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to send you in timeout. I'm not going to do anything goofy like that. But I'm just pointing you out. I know. I can see with my 8th eye, not my 3rd eye, but my 8th eye. What you're doing. But the thing is, no, you are late, sir, Rick James. You are late. Salute. I'm right on time. I come in at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 o'clock at night. I'm early and on time every time because I have no schedule. I'm never on schedule, but always on time. How about that? He's an on-time Lord. Yes, he is. What y'all know about that? You don't know nothing about that. Don't know nothing about that. 4 p.m. is not the schedule. It is not. That might be your schedule. That's not my schedule. I plan these videos out on my own. Whenever I am ready and good and ready to drop a video, I do it. That's it. End of discussion. Okay. So Troy Ave is just like, me. He's still independent. I don't think he's signed at all. He's still independent. He's still, getting money from shows, doing, I'm sure he has, his own avenue, quote unquote, um, of revenue streams. So it's good. That's up to you, Rick James. You go find it. Find it. Type in Kevin White, Skyler Saunders interview, and you might find it. I got 3 people in here. I need 3 likes. Come on now, bring it up. Bring it up to speed. But yeah, so the interview went great, by the way. But for you to watch it, to see my greatness and Kevin White's excellent questions, you have to see for yourself. It's up to you. Well, keep looking, sir. Keep looking on Facebook. Keep looking on different social media sites. So it's on you. It's not on YouTube. It's on. Go to StreamYard. Once you find out what StreamYard is, you'll be able to find it. Most likely, I think so. I got 4 people in here. I need 4 likes. I got 2 likes so far. Whoever came in, I need that 3 and 4 likes. And I need definitely. I need donations, gifts. But getting back to the story. This Control song, it's got legs. It's obviously got legs. It still has life to it. Even though it wasn't a major, huge #1 on the Billboard charting song, it was deep in the hip hop culture. Or the hip hop subculture, or hip hop genre. It was deep in that arena, but not for any other reason. Not for anything else. That's what's so distressing, really, is the fact that yes, Rick James salute to Baja Jackson. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna get to him later. I'm gonna get to all of them. But yeah, this Control song, it just hits a nerve. Hove was about to let it go. He was like, I'm gonna do it, but Troy Ave even mentioned that. He was like, what would Hova do? You had to ask that question. What would Hova do? And Hova held back, stepped back, didn't respond. So Troy Ave didn't respond to Uncle Murder. He could have had his own verses. He could have had his own way of displaying his ire or his discontent in regard to his making of music. Uncle Murder took shots at everybody from Will Smith and the aforementioned Troy Ave. It's messy, child. It's messy. Hip hop is weird. It's goofy. It's a goofy game nowadays. It may not have been goofy, 10, 20 years ago. I'm not saying it's worse. I'm just saying it's goofy. How people move, it's weird. How people move is weird, And you have like people like Troy Ave, especially because he was accused by Uncle Murder of being a snitch. He said he was like ratting out the guy, that killed his friend. Is that really ratting? Is that snitching? And is that bad thing to snitch? Come on now. Are we past that? Aren't we past that now? We're not still on the fact that snitching gets stitches. Snitches get riches. And not just money and rewards. They get respect and integrity and honesty. Yes, drop it, Jim. And here again, that's my Cash App. Just in case you wonder why I got Messy Child on here. I'm in the haterverse. That's what we say in the haterverse. Mr. Troy Star Terrain says it, and I say it. I'm in the haterverse. So I'll say, ooh, it's Messy Child. My favorite, the one I come up with is from Ye's, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, Ye. His album Yeezus. Honey. That's what I say for some special cats. Not not people that are gay. I don't care if you're gay. If you're gay, you're cool. All right, that's your business. I'm saying for those fickle, sometimey, sashaying men that claim to be straight. claim to be heterosexual, but they do, special, motions and have something in their voice. It's very understanding of some other way of speaking. It's like that kind of thing. But it's all in fun. I'm not, it's not that serious. It's all in fun. But what is the haterverse? Haterverse is something I just noticed. Somebody may have came up with it before I did. I just noticed it. Haterverse is anything coming from the ideas of Troy Star Terrain. Instead of saying, shout out, shout out, shout out, it's salute. Instead of saying, oh, my brother, no, sir, gentlemen. That's the difference. We don't use those kind of terms. We use a toot toot, hey, a beep beep. We say, hey, whoever, praise the name, hey girl. And we say, we go, it's just little bits and pieces that make up what the original objective hater has set out for in terms of media. So I just, use parts of it because I'm part of that, idealism. He put the battery in my back to put this show on. So the reason why I have this show is because of Troy Star Terrain. I have thousands of views. I have over $1,000 tax free. You get taxed at $600. I've not had been taxed because the IRS can't tax a personal account on my PayPal or Cash App. I'm not sure about PayPal. It's questionable about PayPal. But I just haven't amassed that amount of money, over $600 for PayPal. But I know for a fact that Cash App, they don't check personal accounts. But they do check business accounts. So this is business. This is my business. If you want to make your own show, if you want to have your own broadcast, feel free. Rick James says, we're the kids of America. Whoa, whoa. I don't even know what song that's from. He just says random lyrics from time to time. But I still respect him. He does a lot. But I respect him. 4 people in here. 2 likes. Something's wrong with that. I need to get my likes up. Let's go. Get my likes up. Get my views up too. I'm trying to get to at least 400,000 views in 2 hours. And I'm trying to get, what is it? I have 465. Now 5 people in here. Now I definitely need to get those likes up. Okay, back to 4. I have 465 subscribers as of this moment. So I need 35 subscribers by January 31st. That's facts. No kidding. And I'm gonna need every dollar sucked out of your pockets. Pause. And to fund this machine. I want to get better lighting, as people say. And people say, oh, you need to get better lighting. Well, you need to give donations. I'll get better lighting when I get donations. This is all business. I'm not doing this for free. This isn't he's got a show. Isn't that cute? No, this is money. This is all business for me. And I've been rolling in it for a while now. And speaking of business, I'll do my advertisers now. If you want to get to a good, an excellent, if you want to get to an excellent website, go to LifeStrong Apparel, LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com. And also, you can look for the products from that site. That's my man Pang. He definitely has a lot of intelligence, and he's a businessman and an upstanding gentleman. All right, another outstanding gentleman, B Jackson, BEEJACKSON 5478. He's cooking, he's drinking, he's got a very entertaining, very likable style. So you want to check him out. I was just listening to this music in the morning. I was listening to Kim, Kem. He's a great, laid back, sip some wine, let the breeze hit you. You're on your front porch and on a day that's nice and warm, wherever you are in the world, based on, especially if you're in a tropical climate, you can have a drink or something like that. You can have some cognac and just sit back and have a good time. It's Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. SPIRITSMOOTHUNES. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube.com. And also, .focus. Go to twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS _. Just one underscore, not too much. And if you want to advertise or have sponsorship for your product or your service, hit me up, Skyler Saunders, SKYLERSAUNDERS @gmail.com. And I also have my PayPal. My PayPal is paypal.me/SKYLERSAUNDERS. Venmo @Skylerized, SKYLERIZED. And my Cash App is $$ Skyler Saunders 1. And I appreciate every single dollar I get. And at this moment, honestly, if the content is worth donating, the two of us will. Okay, the two of us, it's very worth donating. Even though nobody, and this is for rebroadcast land, nobody's watching me right now that I can see. I have 0 viewers. And Drop a Gem is saying that honestly, if the content is worth donating, the two of us will. It's more. I'm saying it's more than worthy. Check my pedigree. I have over 400 videos. I have more subscribers than I have videos. So that should just tell you something. I'm closing in on 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna have 1,000 subscribers by the end of January. I'm just gonna keep hustling and keep working so I get to that point. Right now, I have 0. I have 0 viewers right now viewing me. When rebroadcast land, it could go up even more. That's the beauty of this game. That's what's wonderful. But back to the lecture at hand. Control. This song is like, it's like the runs. I don't know. It just keeps coming back and coming back. it never dies. The fact that Troy Ave was talking about his tension, stress, beef and or drama with Uncle Murda, and how he said, he's coming at me, little old me, and I'm just an independent, and I'm supposed to be on, a level with other people, and all these other guys are signed, and to my knowledge, Troy Ave has not been signed. Look that up. He's on BSB Records. What is BSB Records? What is that? I don't know what that is. So I think that is a independent label. BSB Records. Let me see. BSB Records. Label. It's mainly Troy Ave. I mean, I don't think there's even any other artists. I don't see anyone else. I could be wrong. There's probably more people, but I just see Troy Ave on everything. Brick Star Boys. Is that what BSB stands for? Brick Star Boys. BSB Records. Bad Since Birth. Some people, it's kind of goofy. But yeah, that whole control thing, it's a weird space to be in with that whole thing, because so many people have hopped onto the track. Some people, like I said many times, Jay-Z opted to not record a verse for Kendrick Lamar, knowing that he would be probably castigated, probably denied, and probably punished in a way for going at Kendrick Lamar. But Kendrick Lamar said some bars. He said he's the king of New York, and he's from Compton, California. How you gonna say you're the king of New York? Well, it was the first place that he ever sold out a show. He didn't sell out a show in Compton. He didn't sell out a show in Long Beach. He didn't sell out a show in Los Angeles or anywhere else in the West Coast. He sold out his first show in New York City. So he said, "I'm the king of New York." That's what he did. That's what he said. You have to respect it. And the fact that Kendrick Lamar just went in on 11 different rappers at least, from Meek Mill and others, it just goes to show you that it's it just goes to show you that it's a song that will probably never die. Some songs die and they get resurfaced and they get rebranded, they get shown again, they get the rounds, but on other terms, songs don't get too far. They don't reach. But this song, oh my God, Control. I remember when it first hit, it was like, oh man, yeah, they're going hard. All I remember was Kendrick Lamar going hard and Big Sean not doing anything. Like he was just sitting in the corner, like watching everything, like going like this, looking around at everybody else going in, and Kendrick Lamar just decimated it. And Jay Electronica, he usually has strong bars. I don't know if they were stronger than Kendrick Lamar's though. Kendrick Lamar had excellent vocabulary, delivery. It was excellent. No, I appreciate that. Drop a Gem says, I checked your pedigree. Nothing too impressive numbers wise, and I'm not saying that to be a troll. Well, that's fine. But the thing is, you're not watching the videos. You have to watch the content. My content is a superior product. I just got interviewed yesterday by a author and a publisher. You have to look at the videos. You can't just say, "Oh, his numbers are not that well." I mean, what numbers do you want? Do you want me to have 1 million views, 1 billion views? Do you want me to have a million subscribers, 10 million subscribers? What is your litmus test? What is your scale? Come on, you have to be objective. You can't be subjective. Drop a gem. So that's what I'm saying. Like you put the fire emojis, you don't even know what I'm talking about. So come on, man. You gotta be a man about this. You can't be a scared little boy. I have integrity. I step to the man's face, tell him, I was wrong. I messed up. Well, you know how you can get those rebroadcast numbers up? You can share the show. You can also donate to the show, and I can spread the message out wider. I can go on more shows. It's facts. I think they're pretty high for somebody that started less than a year ago. That has nothing. I have no assistants. I have no executive producer. I have no director. I have nothing. I have no writers. It's all me. Everything you see is me. That's it. From the hat to the tie to the shirt, I came up with all this whole thing. The breaking of the content, it's all me. So I'm proud of that. I can say that's it. And with, of course, regard to Mr. Troy Star Terrain, that's the other component, obvious component. Most rewarding experience with him as a gentleman. We've been able to work together on growing my show. So you can help growing the show instead of looking at, oh, well, your rebroadcast numbers are pretty low as well. Okay, so they're low. Okay, make them high. What's stopping you from saying, I checked out this guy. He's goofy. He's got a hat on. He's got a tie, black shirt. You gotta watch him though. He's got some good content. You gotta pick him up. Something like that. Instead of whining and crying. I'm not whining and crying. I'm not sitting in a corner wondering, damn, why don't I have any subscribers? What am I gonna do about my subscriber base? Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm actually doing something about it. I'm making these videos every single day. I haven't missed a day since October 27th. And you can look that up. Haven't missed a day since that time frame, since October. You can look that up. That's facts. So you can hate, and your hate is welcome, but make sure you donate. Do hate, but also donate if you must. All right. Control. I don't even think I heard the whole thing through. It's been that long. I mean, like I said, it's over a decade long, decade in age, since it was released and recorded and released. It's a hip hop standard, I think. It's one of those quiet songs that goes under the radar and, made a breakout star of Kendrick Lamar. That's what I think it mainly did. And Big Sean kind of like, he was like, you know what, maybe he got one on me on this one. But then he came back, with Dark Sky Paradise, and maybe that, boosted him. Maybe that, gave him a little bit of oomph, to understand who he was and what he was and what he was about. But Troy Ave, he seems like a smart guy. He seems like he has one of my favorite genres, coca rap. I love cocaine rap, crack rap. That's my favorite genre of hip hop, subgenre of hip hop. It's extremely necessary in my book to have crack and cocaine rap, because it's all about being fresh, being fly, being cocky, being confident, being I'm number one, I'm the best. I sold this in the street before, and you can't mess with me. I'm on the mic now. I'm telling you who I am. I'm telling you what I'm about. That's the best part. That's what I think is so exciting and say and worthy of savoring as part of a hip hop, being within the realm of hip hop, being within the whole scope, the whole idea of what hip hop is. It's I'm better than you. It should be I'm the best, but hip hop says I'm better than you. It's egoism versus egotism. Egotism is I'm better than you. Egoism is I'm the best. Let that register. Look up egotism with a T, and then look up egoism without the T, and you'll find what the difference really is. But that's what it's bragging, it's braggadocio, it's bravado, it's bragging, it's all of that. That's what like the essence of hip hop really is. And this whole thing about Jay-Z, recording and then saying, I'm not gonna put it out. He has that power. If he was a 26-year-old Jay-Z, maybe skinny, had maybe $500,000, maybe $1 million in the bank instead of almost $2 billion or almost $3 billion in the bank, he might have put it out. He would have been in a different mind frame. But he was probably like 900 million at 2013, very close to $1 billion. So he wasn't really, checking for anyone to go on to a diss track and go at a young guy who's just trying to come up in the game. Even if he had the power to press that button. He could have pressed that button, but he said, I'm gonna fall back. Let me fall back. Let me not do that. Let me be cordial, be very, cautious with mine. He's a very skilled thinker. He's one of the best thinkers in hip hop, I think. Hova, Jay-Z. He's one of the best, ones to lay out an idea and execute it with precision. And I'm giving him his ideas. And I hate when people say, oh, give them their flowers, give them their flowers. You can give them their flowers when they're dead, can't you? Yeah, you can, because if you're absent from the body, you're present with the Lord, and if you're with the Lord, you're in heaven. And then if you're in heaven, there must be some kind of way where you can have flowers, right? I'm just saying, there's got to be flowers in heaven. All right, Drop Jim says, you said to check your pedigree. When I do and see abysmal numbers, don't get in your feelings and give a woe is me speech about how you have no backing and doing this by yourself. Everything is in hate. Oh, that's hate. You're hating right now because I'm not doing a woe is me speech. I'm telling facts for facts. I don't have anybody behind me. Literally, there's no assistant. There's no director. There's no publicist. There's nothing like that. I just have Mr. Troy Star Terrain who boosts my numbers every week, and then it falls back down to the teens, something like that. You haven't seen a full video, you haven't seen a full clip, Drop a Gem, so you can't speak on how I've been one way or another. I'm just being honest. I have integrity. I'm a man. I'm a Marine. So I stand on business, not on bullshit. That's what you're standing on. You haven't watched one video in completion, one full video. So stop, being, a little peon and start manning up and being real, truthful. All right, to whoever else is in here, not Jabba Jim, and I'm not gonna block you, by the way, because that's corny. That's not my business. You can say whatever you want. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you have your say. But this is nothing about being a man. Or this is about being a man. This is about manning up. I'm standing on business. That's being a man. That's being a real man. That's standing on business. Having integrity, having honesty, having the truth, never going back on your word, stuff like that. Little things like that makes you a man. But anyway, my manning up to what you're saying. You're saying that I have low numbers and that I'm in my feelings and I'm giving a woe is me speech. Come on, that's not manning up. Be a man. Tell the truth. Be honest. So I was going to get to my next subject if it is all allowed. He'll probably come back with more stuff and I will respond. But people, women, especially women, love women. Psychologically, sexually, just mentally, everything about a woman I think is great. A real lady, especially, who can be crowned a lady, not just a female or a woman. So where are the ladies? That's my question. Where are the ladies? I go into Walmart, all I see is these chicks with the Crocs on and the pajamas and the bonnets. I'm just like, what is the breakdown? I mean, it goes way back. It goes back to like the Vietnam era, Kennedy, Kennedy going without a hat. That's when men stopped wearing hats. They used to wear hats all the time. We called them covers. We call them covers in the military, and especially the Marine Corps. I'm definitely sure they call them the Marine Corps, but and I think in the Navy too. But definitely in the Marine Corps, we call them covers as a cover. And from the 30s, 20, before the 50s, the 60s, really the 60s. It was, you wear a cover, you wear a hat over your head. Then Kennedy came through and he wore no hats. He wanted to show off his hair. He wanted to show off his lock, his flowing Irish locks. And everybody was like, oh man, look at the president. He's not wearing a hat. I don't have to wear a hat. Everybody take a hat off. But it kind of evolved like that. And, as Vietnam progressed and the culture changed, the whole culture shift. When people were wearing business suits and wearing ties and stuff to baseball games and stuff like that, going back to late 19th century and early 20th century, people weren't wearing ball caps and t-shirts to games. They're wearing full suits and ties and hats and everything. All that changed in the mid to late 60s to the 70s and 80s and 90s, all the way through. It had a completely different aura. That's for males. Same thing will happen with women. Their skirts got shorter. They wore less up top. They stopped wearing bras in some instances in the 70s, like during the now era. I think it's National Organization of Women now. All right, Drop a Gym has something to say. Is manning up saying you have good numbers for someone independent? No, manning up is that, like I said, having integrity and having honesty and talking your truth, and it's always being respectful, no matter what. That's being a man. So it's the same thing. What happened with men happened with women, and I think it just kind of spiraled out of control ever since the new millennium in 2000 2001. We started getting less and less. We started getting less and less non-casual. Starting to dress down, or we started getting more and more casual and started dressing down. So now we're at 2024, and we got these creatures wearing Crocs and pajamas to Walmart. I'm sure they're sleeping in them. I got 3 people in here. I need one more like, and have 3 people and 3 likes. Come on, whoever you are. So I just want to know, where are the ladies at? Where are the gentlemen at? Where I'm not saying you have to wear a business suit to go to Walmart, but at least have maybe a nice pair of slacks, a nice skirt, something that's not too high, a shirt that's not too revealing for women, a shirt for a man, just a long sleeve shirt now in the winter in the Northeast Atlantic area where I live. That's important. Thank you for the likes. I got more likes than people watching. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Did Drop a Gym. What about your numbers being low and me telling you so after being told to check your pedigree is a lie? I didn't say you lied. I just said you have to be a man, and that's being a man, and manning up is telling the truth always and never backing down on your word. That's what I was saying. Drop a Gym. That's all I'm saying. That's what it means to be a man. Have integrity and honesty. Okay, then don't back down. I mean, this is all you're on your own time. I'm on my time. You're coming at me. You could be donating, $100, and so you could be my $100 club. I understand. Like you keep, tapping on the keys, like you're Elton John or something, or you're Stevie Wonder, and you're not saying much. I'm not saying that you did back down. I'm saying that if you're a man, then don't back down. Man takes care of his own. Man is rational, independent, honest, just, integral, and rational and independent, honest, integral, just, productive, and proud. That is a man. That is the full measure of a man. Drop a Gym says, got it. And I hope he pieces out. But like I was saying back, just before I was interrupted, I was saying that, we got to get back to a standard. There's got to be a better standard than this. We can't have these mammies and these, jigaboos come through, places of business and shopping marts and stuff like that, and markets and places like that, just any old way, however they want, sloppy, gut hanging out, sometimes wearing bedroom slippers. I wonder if they do that to church. I'm pretty sure they do that somewhere around this country, this world especially. There's got to be a church that accepts you just as you are, wearing pajamas and slippers, hoodies. There's got to be a church out there. God doesn't care what you wear. The Lord will take anybody. Come as you are. Come as you are. And they take that seriously. Okay, well, I don't have to get into a suit anymore. I don't have to wear a tie. And you don't have to now, especially in, these new age churches. You can wear, a t-shirt and a blazer, some sneakers, jeans, and call it a day. You call it a Sunday. That's what you can wear. But yeah, so it's a weird space to be in. It's like women, they're not gonna wear a dress, they're not gonna wear, high heels or at least flats or something, nice. They're gonna wear their bedroom slippers and the pajamas and go up to the altar and receive, the blessing of the Lord. There's got to be a church, at least one church somewhere around this world, and especially around this country. It's a new age. It's a new day. It's a weird thing because it is about the word. It's about getting the word, getting in tuned. If you're mystified, you have faith. I'm not knocking you. I'm knocking. It's like what people of faith say. They say, don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. Well, that's why I hate the faith, but I don't hate the faithful. That's the difference. You have to have respect for the faithful. So people that are aware of themselves and aware of the fact that they are, choosing to be someone that they wish to be, so choosing to be a specimen of the Lord, whoever that may be in your life, whoever, Lord may be, a remote control, maybe a box of Cheez-Its. Somebody can worship that. I don't care. That's your business. But don't come knocking around me saying, "Oh, you got to praise and worship these Cheez-Its right here." It's like, what? It's goofy. It's weird. But yeah, so for anywhere from stores to churches to, I'm pretty sure workplace is definitely laid back since the pandemic. People doing Zoom calls in their pajamas, in bathrobes. People going to stores with bathrobes on, and their flip flops and their lounge pants. It's a weird space. It's a weird world we live in now. Because it's not spoken. It's not like, okay, did everybody get the memo? We're gonna dress down today. My man, hi. See that? You see that drop of Jim? You see that in the top chat? That's a real man. Height. That's a real man. He's giving me money. And that's not the reason why he's a real man. He's honest. He checks me. He makes sure I'm on point. My dumb ass. That's a real man. Drop a Jim. Height. Salute to you, Height. Okay, so he says, Drop a Jim says, you hope I leave the chat for checking your pedigree after you told me to and giving you honest feedback on what I'm seeing. Real objective. He puts in scare quotes. So that is objective. If you're going to say all my videos aren't up to your pedigree, up to pedigree, then why are you here? I don't need you. Let the welfare feed you. You're like I said, you're tapping on the keys. You're taking up your own time. I get money either way. There are people that pay me. You see how he has a wrench? He has a blue wrench. His letters are in blue. That's because he's paid me over $100, over $50, especially. But 1 month was $50, but he has paid more than that. So it's up to you. You can stay in the room all you want. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to send a report or anything like that. Corny, goofy mess. It's up to you. That's the feedback that I want. I want feedback on you'll stay. Well, stay. But donate. Give to the machine. Be like Height. Height is a prime example of a man who said, you know what? I respect this man's craft. I respect this man's hustle. I respect this man's grind. Let me send him a few dollars. Be like Height. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, so it's so weird. If you just look at history pages, look at the early 20s. Women wore like shorts to the beach. I mean, excuse me, not shorts, like skirts and dresses to the beach. Like the 19 teens and earlier, they didn't have bikinis. They didn't have, I don't think there were too many nude beaches. I think there were a few. PayPal sent. That's my nigga. That's my nigga Height. That's what I'm saying. PayPal sent. That's what I want to see from you, Drop a Gem. PayPal sent. Venmo sent. Cash App sent. It's that easy. Or not. Don't do it. That is your prerogative. I'm not forcing anybody here. This is all on you. If you view me as, not up to your pedigree or checking, up to your standards, then get the hell out of here. I don't need you. I really don't. I have people like Height. It's that simple. I don't have a problem. You're the one with the problem, sir. Then I have my comic relief. Greg S. Salute to you, sir. Salute. He says Cash App sent, CENT. You can't even send less than $1. So I know he's joking. Salute Greg S. Oh, this is see. I need a laugh. He knows the right time to come in. Greg S knows exactly when to come in. Salute this man. See, another example. I got 4 people in here, 4 likes. I like it. But another example. Greg S hasn't given me a dime. Drop a gem. Greg S hasn't paid me 1 cent. That's why he said Cash App sent, CENT, not SENT. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. He hasn't given me $1, but I enjoy his banter. We go back and forth. He uses different colorful language and humor and stuff like that, and I respect that. He's one of my subscribers. He's earned his way. I appreciate him. He hasn't given me a dime, hasn't given me $1, but I respect him, and he respects me. So that's it. Exactly. It's very excellent. It's excellent. It's very excellent. But yeah. So I mean, just turn to the pages of history and see how styles change. People were wearing white tees. The only reason people were wearing white tees at one point was because of the U.S. Navy. That was their work shirts. They had white tees and blue trousers that they wore when they're working on the ship and in other fields. And then everybody was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. Let me start wearing a white T-shirt." And that's when it got bigger and bigger after World War II. Everybody was wearing a T-shirt. Then you had the 60s and 70s. You had the counterculture, and people were tie-dyeing them. Broke boy gang, exactly. But people were tie-dyeing their T-shirts. People were stamping logos on them. People were stamping expressions. It became a cool thing to do. And by the time the 80s hit, it was just an amazing feat to have, a T-shirt and jeans, and some sneakers. And by the time the 2000s came, the mid 2000s especially, it was ironic tees. It was like, here's what a feminist looks like, and it's a man or something like that. Even though men can be feminists, I know that, but they're trying to be ironic in the way they say it. Or like T-shirts that say like I'm a pepper or something like that. You don't drink Dr. Pepper or something like that. It's just ironic tees, irony tees. So that's where we are right now. We're in an ironic age. We're in like an advanced age of computers and AI, artificial intelligence. I call them learned machines. We're in an advanced society, technologically, but we're still in like the Middle Ages in terms of saying, what's proper dress, what's proper to wear. In the Middle Ages, probably, depending on what you were, if you were a slave, you were wearing, a burlap sack or, some dingy clothes and something, with holes in them, and probably eaten that by vermin. And if you were royalty, you were wearing, long flowing dresses, and men were wearing, what Prince would wear, or the late great Prince would wear, with the collar up, the raised collar, and the ruffled shirts and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. We have to get to an understanding. Proper dress depends on body type. Hallelujah. Now pass the ammunition. That is facts. Greg S is saying facts. I was talking about, going to Walmart, and I'm seeing these big booger bear, broads come through, and they, got the stomach hanging out, you got rolls under it. You can see them underneath the t-shirt. Got the long hair way down to their back, to their butt crack, and then they got their bedroom slippers on, and pajama pants. like Height was saying, he had a Zoom meeting today, and he had pajama pants on. Well, I'm wearing shorts right now. That's what I wear. I wear shorts. I don't wear slacks. I'm telling you that right now. Is that a secret? Skyler Saunders secrets. I'm wearing shorts right now, but you can't tell. But yeah, so there has to be a memo that has to go around. I don't know how we got to that point where it was like, I gotta wear my Crocs, I gotta wear my PJs, my pants, I gotta wear a t-shirt, and I gotta wear a bonnet for women. For guys, I gotta wear, distressed jeans that have holes in them, that have big holes in them. I have to wear a t-shirt, and I have to wear, the, whatever fashionable Crocs there are, and put the little, sticker thing, those little things, little stick that go in the holes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's a goofy world we live in right now. It's very weird. I think it's gonna be a return, though. I think we're gonna have, a renaissance of sorts. Not Beyonce's renaissance, but a rebirth of fashion, of understanding. Just because fashion is a reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of how your self-esteem is. I think people have low self-esteem, so they say, I don't care. I can wear whatever I want. I'll just wear these pajamas. I don't care. I'll do what I want. And they're really feeling bad about themselves, especially the big booger bears women. They feel like they gotta have some kind of a way of projecting themselves, and not be focused on their dietary position. It's just strange. I'll tell you a quick story that happened to me today. It is a departure, but I was just talking to one of the technicians for dental. I have pretty good teeth. I have great teeth. See? But yeah, I got my cleaning today. I feel fresh and clean in my mouth. Pause. But no, we were just talking. She was asking about my show. Yeah, the tooth. Respect to you, Drop Jim. See, I have respect for you. Like I said, I'm not gonna block you. We can disagree. We can disagree all day. I'm never gonna block you, though. I'm never gonna sit you in timeout or nothing goofy like that. I actually like the fact that you're not a zombie. Not saying that other my followers, my subscribers are zombies, but I'm just saying I like when people are honest and tell me, what's up with this. Where are you going? What is your pedigree? What are you? I'm not saying you doing well. You're not up to that, but I have to defend myself, of course. But we can disagree on a lot of things and still be respectful. All right. So all right, so I got to do some math. Hold on. 160. 16. That's 20. If I was raised 160. That's 20. $135 to go. It's yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's my terrible math, right? That's my terrible math. So I got $25 raised. I'm looking for $135 more and with less than 5 minutes. Official show. We can go overtime if you want to ask questions. But like I was saying, I got to my technician. I was talking about my show. She was like, oh, what is your show about? I was like, hip hop and philosophy. And she just looked at me like I had lobsters and centipedes crawling out of my ears. Like she was like, she couldn't register. She didn't register how hip hop and philosophy could be tied together. But I was just saying, the hip hop genre, what it is today. But she was a really great lady. I met her before, but I keep on forgetting her name every time I see her. Her name is Amber. And I no, see, exactly. Raised. Amanda. I was just about to say Amber, but Amanda. Her name is Amanda. So I'll remember that the next time I see her. So but we just had a conversation even while she was cleaning my teeth. um, but yeah, so they that's a standard to tie back to what I'm saying with the fashion. They have to wear professional gear that corresponds with their career. She can't come in with her flip flops and pajamas and a t-shirt and say, "Hey, I'm here to clean your teeth." I would look at her and be like, if you don't go get dressed, what is wrong with you? What is up with this? I don't know you. This isn't friend time. This isn't comedy hour at the VA. It was very it's a weird thing. It's a strange thing, but there's standards. That's the best part. We have standards. We have like the military. The military has standards. You have to do this, or you're going to get tried by the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Do this, or you're going to get NJP, which is non-judicial punishment. Your hat has to be just so. Your tie has to be just so. Your shirt has to be this length. Your pants have to be this length. Your trousers have to be this length. Your blouse has to be this long. This wide. Everything has to be on point. Everything. So that's the standard. Those are standard, and you can't even when you're out on town. You got to wear your clean slacks that aren't distressed, a t-shirt or a button-up shirt, sometimes tucked in, depending on wherever the case may be. That's what it is. So that we could get to that. We can get to a reversion, a going back in a sense, to an age where Greg says, "How much did you get JCP?" Wait, I'm confused. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about, Greg? How much did you get JCP? Did I get you mean NJP? Is that what you meant? NJP? Is that what you meant, Greg? Explain it. You got splaining to do. That's my Dominican side. You got splaining to do. Never once escaped all punishment. Never got NJP, no UCMJ, none of that. Just dollar signs, just money. That's it. Yeah, NJP. Yeah, never got an NJP or UCMJ. Nothing. I just got money. I just got deposits, tax free, from the military. Greg asked donate $1,000. That's what Jabba Jim says. Jabba Jim is saying to other people to donate. He's promoting the show. He's promoting other people. He's saying to donate. Now, Greg S is not a donor. He's not. I'm not looking for him to give money. He's never going to have I'm saying never with the N word. Never going to have a wrench. He's never going to have a wrench. Never going to have a blue name. It's never going to happen. But that's okay, because he respects my grind. I can tell that he respects what I'm saying. He goes against me too, and we've been able to go back and forth. But he comes back with humor and a great sense of humor and comedy and levity, and I appreciate that. So there's something definitely to that. I appreciate. And all that Height has to do is send in another $25. Well, $75. Excuse me. He's got to send in $75, and he can be in the $100 club. $75 more and he's there. All right, so I'm about to check out unless anybody has any more questions. The show is pretty much, the show is over, but I can have, overtime. If y'all want to donate, feel free. If y'all don't want to donate, that's fine too. I respect you either way. I don't just say, oh, you got to donate. You got to have money. I would respect your dollar, and I would, encourage you to do it. But yeah, you said it. See, Greg has a lot of words. Greg says, don't count me out. Someday I'll hit a come up. Yeah, your come up when you knock over a liquor store, you hit a lick and you get busted and you get due time 10 to life, 15 to life for aggravated assault and battery and robbery and attempted murder. Okay, Greg has a question. Would you take a date with Cardi B or does he mean $4,000 or $20,000? I would definitely take the $20,000. I don't think Cardi B would have anything worthy of me or to say to me. I don't think so. I'll take the 20K. I'll take the 20 stacks, 20 G's, 20 racks, whatever you want to call it. So you want to ask more questions? Anybody else want to ask any questions? Got 2 people in here that I can see. 4 likes. Let's see what happens. See how far we can go. How much I'm going to spend, but you already know. Yeah, she could promo my works, but I'm not looking forward for anybody to promo my works. I'm the main, driving force behind this. And of course, Choice Star Terrain, Mr. Choice Star Terrain. I wouldn't need her. I wouldn't need her. She probably wouldn't know what to do with me anyway. She'd be like, oh, what is this? I don't need that, back to, I don't know. That's why Offset, I think, divorced her. They had relations on New Year's, but I think they're still proceeding with the divorce. Can you cook mofongo as a Puerto Rican? I cannot cook mofongo. I think if I even pronounced that right. I cannot, and I'm not a Puerto Rican. A Puerto Rican, a PR, Puerto Rican. No, I'm not. I'm none of that. No. Continue with it on. Keep going. I'm gonna just sit here rocking back, act like I'm smoking a cigar. Okay. Okay. So you ready? You done? Are we done here? Are we done? Are we finished? Are we done? All right. I have to thank the following people: Richard James, otherwise known as Rick James. I have to thank Height, who has just dropped $25. He's $75 away from being in the 100 club for the month of January. I have to thank Greg S for being a great man. Oh, here we go. As fodder in military, what do you mean? Okay, Height's got a question. Did you like the Concrete Boys freestyle? I did not see the Concrete Boys freestyle. You got to send me that link. You have a wrench. You can send me the link. I can look at it right now, or at least a little bit later. You send me that link, Height, or I'll look it up on my own. But you have the power. You have the power to send me a link. Greg S. As fodder in military. What does that mean? What is fodder in military? Do you think the U.S. government is using Puerto Ricans as fodder in military? No. They're not using anyone as fodder in military. You have a choice. That was fodder. That was you going against your will. You could lose life or limb. You had no choice over it other to go into something, go to jail. It's weird. It's a strange thing with the military. Military is like either you go to Vietnam or you go to jail. you can get out of jail if you go to Vietnam. That was the Vietnam era. Or if you pass up the draft and go to Canada and we find you and you bring me back, you're going to jail. And I don't think you can get out of jail. That's it. Okay, thank you for the link. I appreciate the link. And anytime you want, Height, any product, anything, I'll promote it. I'll promote whatever product you want. Let me know, and I'll promote it on the show. Oh, it's not Coke Rap. I still listen to it. That's cool. But what's his name? His name it always escapes me. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, Height. You know who I'm talking about. In the kitchen, was it cook something cook God? What is it? God Cooks. Stove God Cooks. Thank you. I like Stove God Cooks. I really do. I really like Stove God Cooks. He has a different flow. He has a totally different style, but he talks about that Coke. But this is modern rap. You're talking about Concrete Boys, not Coke Rap. That's cool too. I listen to that. I see what that's about. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Height. I'll look into that. I definitely will. And like I said, if you got any products or businesses that need to be, aired, if you have a show, if you have something you want to promote, use that wrench to the best of your ability. Don't spam, because that's bad for both of us. You'll get called out and like, why are you sending all these links? And I don't want that to happen to you, and my show might go down. So I'm definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm selfish. But yeah, thank you, Height. I appreciate that. I'll definitely look up that. Height hit a lick, yeah. No, you need to get off the lick. You need to get off the liquor and start donating. I'm kidding. You don't have to donate. You really don't. I'm only looking for those who appreciate my work, appreciate my grind, appreciate my efforts. Drop a gem. If you don't want to, appreciate the work and the efforts, that's on you. I don't need you, but I'd like to have you here. I'm never going to block you. You're never going to be in timeout. Greg asks, are you Nigerian? Yes. As a matter of fact, here's the thing. I have a rich uncle. He left me $250,000. But in order to get the money, I have to get your password for your email and your email address. Just forward me your email address and your password. And wait a minute. Who are you? Yeah. Greg is just saying, are you Nigerian? Are you talking to me? Talking to Height. Who are you talking to? Now everybody's laughing and I'm not in on the joke. What's going on? What are we doing here? This is overtime. I'm going on to 1 hour and 10 minutes. What's going on now? Oh, you meant Height. Okay. That is funny. Because I was like, shoot, yeah, I'm a Nigerian, a serial number and account number and your checking account number and your routing number. We can get it done. I finally get the money from my uncle. Yeah. Nigerian bank scheme. I swear. Yeah, that's a shame. The first thing that comes to mind when I think about Nigeria is like scams. Second thing that comes to my mind is more of a positive thing. Is Nollywood, Nigerian movies. They have a lot of quality, films that they produce out of Nigeria. And I'm sure all over the continent of Africa, you just don't hear about it. They don't talk about that. It's all about Hollywood. It's all about Hollywood. You will not hear about Bollywood. You will not hear about Nollywood, even though they're making bank. They're making good money. And they're educated. Nigerians are educated. They're the most educated black people in the world. Some of the most, not the most, but some of the most educated black people in the world. Not Bollywood or educated Indians. Some of the most educated Indians in the world. They, Nigerians and Indians prize education. They really make it their life's goal to make sure that their children get proper education. That's why they come over here and fill up our schools and have the best education that is available to them, and they go back home with the knowledge communities as best as they can. From what I understand, I could be wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong in the comments. But it looks like it's all over. I have 0 viewers. I have 4 likes. I'm look good. I got my money. Thank you very much to Height, and I am out of here. Take care.